faith world, faith city, faith kingdom, faith realm. There's a big university called Oral Roberts University. I think it's in Oklahoma. If you see that university, it's very big. You know one book Oral Roberts wrote? He said, if you can see the invisible, you will do the impossible. The question now is, what can you see? So there is a world where everything is finished. He said, if you can see that world, then you will do what people say is impossible here. That word exists. It's called the word of faith. Everything is complete. Everything is finished. But he said, those that can have that eyes to see that realm will do what everybody will be surprised. What kind of human being is this? Who gave you this boldness? Human resources is not what is controlling that realm. It's those that can see. The greatest miracle Jesus did was making that man to see. So that man said, I am he. He could not see. May your eyes be open to see into that realm. I say, may your eyes be open to see into that realm. May you see the invisible so that you can do the impossible. Everything you are seeing now existed first in the visible before we are now seeing it now here. So the first question God asked Jeremiah, he said, what can you see? What are you seeing? Then he said, I see the branch of an almond tree. God was only testing his sight. Can you see that word I'm about to show you? Because if you show everybody, what can you see? You say, I'm seeing a black shirt here. I'm seeing this. No, God said, that is not the sight I'm talking about. There's a word. I want to show you something. So Jeremiah, what can you see? He said, I see the branch of an almond tree. God said, you have seen correctly. So many people don't see correct. Many Christians are not seeing correctly. That's why they are not seeing things working right in their life. I came to change that eyes for you. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me saying, what do you see? He said, I see the branch of an almond tree. He said, the Lord said to me, you have seen well, for I am ready to perform my word. If you can see it, I will perform it. Whatever you have been seeing in your life that you don't like is what you saw. If you change what you are seeing, you will change what you will be experiencing. What can you see? As far as your eyes can see. So the greatest gift you can have is to see what others are not seeing. It's the best gift. If you are praying for anything, pray for sight. David said, Father, open my eyes that I may behold wondrous things from your word. So let me not just read the Bible like everyone. Let me behold wondrous things. Things that will make me to be a wonder to many. God have a list of all of fame, and he wrote their names in the book of Hebrews 11 from verse 1. You know, all of fame, people that have lived and done great things according to God's perspective. By faith. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. So who is not seeing it? You are seeing into what others are not seeing. Now, faith is a spiritual habitation. It's a place where people dwell. It's a dwelling place. It's not something I want to use it to do. No, you don't use faith to do. It's a dwelling place. It's a realm. It's a place of existence. So the Bible said in Romans 1 from verse 17, the just shall live by faith. That is an existence. It's not something you use today, you keep it tomorrow. You live by it. You exist by it. In Galatians 3:11, he repeated it again. The just shall live by faith. Just as he said, a human being live by oxygen. And in the Old Testament, in Habakkuk 2:4, he said, the just shall live by ease. He now personalized it. Not by faith again. By ease faith. Your own. My faith cannot carry you. My oxygen cannot sustain you. That's what he's saying. You have to have your own faith. You have to build your own faith. The just shall live by ease faith. Verse 2. He said, through it the elders gain good testimonies. So you are lacking testimonies because you lack faith. God's all of fame, by it is a substance. Faith is by it. By it, the elders gain testimonies. Meaning their life became a wonder. God have already finished what he's doing for you. You need faith to access it. By this, by it, the elders, those that were before you, those that existed before you, those that came before you, got good testimony. 3, by faith we understand that the words were framed by the word of God. Listen, we are not all living in the same world. Everybody's faith creates his word. He said words. Do you see that there? That person sitting next to you now is not living the same world with you. So it doesn't, we are all suffering. No, we are all going through a lot in this country. It's not we. You are going, not me. You are. I am not. I live in another world that I have framed for myself. He said the just shall live by faith. Meaning the just shall frame his path by faith. Nobody know your path. Nobody know how your future will be. Only you know. Only you know. So anything you know about your future, that's how it's going to be. Only you know. And my prayer for you is that may you know what God knows for you. Because when God comes to you, he changes what you know to be his own know. The prophet Ezekiel saw a dry bone. God asked him, can this bone live again? He said, you know it. It's you that know. So faith revealed to you what God knows concerning you. So even if you are journeying and you don't know where you are going, you know where you are going. Through faith, people framed their world. Everybody concluded about their life. But by faith, they rewrite their own story. Meaning faith can make you write your story. Do you know how you write a movie and you want to make yourself the actor of the movie, not the one they killed, the one they attacked, the one they hated, the one they rejected, the one they tried to bury but became the king? He said faith gives you the authority to write your own story. You know when they give you a blank check, write what you want. That's what faith is for you. I can boldly tell you, I can never end up shamefully. I can never have a small ministry. I can never die before my time. You might not like what I'm saying, but I'm framing my word. And I don't need your opinion to frame what I'm saying now. You see, if people look at your life and they don't want to be like you, you frame it. Don't live a life that your children will grow up and say, I don't want to be like daddy. Don't live a life that your children will look at you and say, I don't want to be like mommy. May my life not be like your life. Somebody say, God forbid. It is because you framed it. Do you know Dr. Miles Moreau was preaching one day? He said, God can show you a dream that Dr. Miles was in a plane and he just got a plane crash and he died. He said it with his mouth. It's not dream. And one day he was preaching and he said, that is my beautiful wife. He said, I've never met any other woman but her. Same with her. He said, and we are going to die together. He said everything. He spoke about he died in a plane crash. He spoke that him and his wife would die. And that is how it happened. He died on a plane crash with his wife on a Sunday. What are you framing? I can know where your life is going by how you are talking now. It's not hard to know. Maybe he was speaking by the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, or he was framing it himself. But the truth is, your life is in your hand. The just shall live by faith. The just shall frame. You know the picture in your house? Somebody drew me, and I said, that's not me, I won't take it. And people were offended. They went home offended, but it's not me. It's one thing for you to say you are drawing me, and it's wrong, than when you went to pay somebody to frame me. You know what's framing? You are taking your time to carve. You shouldn't make mistake if you are carving. I said, that's not me. Then they became angry. Somebody said, do you know the time that person spent? If you are spending time to do something, do it well. So meaning if somebody draw me and put on, I said, yeah, that's me. I won't take it. I was wonderfully made and fearfully made. So if a photographer make your picture you don't like, give it back, don't pay. They do frame for you, you are paying. Is that you? They are recreating you. So faith is intentional framing your work. If they play soccer for 90 minutes or 95 minutes, you can see the summary of that soccer for 3 minutes. They will put all the highlights. They will not put when somebody was trying to throw ball like this or they are fighting. They won't put all those boring parts. In 3 minutes, they will narrate a 90 minutes for you. Meaning some things you are lying into your life, you can frame it away by faith. You give yourself, you say, in the next 10 years, my life will be better. You can frame it to 1 year. Elon Musk said, if they give you work, he said you can decide to do that same work for 1 year. He said you can also change your mind to decide to do it for 6 months, the same amount of work. He said you can also change your mind to decide to do it for 3 months. You can also change your mind to decide to do it for 1 month. It's you. It's all you. Faith can frame what's supposed to take somebody 10 years. It will take another person 1 month. Faith. It edits unnecessary confusion. It edits guesswork. Try to know, is it? No, it edits it away. So if you have not built your faith enough, don't take any step yet. Because you might do a lot of guesswork before you find yourself again. The just shall live. Meaning you don't have any other life again. You can't exist again except through faith. We all receive sticker. But to some, that sticker will become paper. But somebody will use that same sticker to frame miracle with it. Same weapon, but different use. I can never be poor. It's faith that is talking. Now, I'm not speaking because of the realm I am that you can see. I'm speaking because of the word of faith. It's another word. It's another realm. And you are not speaking it to see it. You are speaking it because that's the truth. Not because you are seeing it or you are speaking it so that you will see it. That's the truth. There's a word that exists after this word. This word was bettered by that word. You know why people don't have faith? People believe that faith is something you just say. You know magicians, they just do, then you see change, you clap. Faith is not magic. Faith is a place you dwell. It's a word you are dwelling in. So not because you tried to, say, I tried today, I went to pray for this man today, it never worked. So that means I don't have faith, is not working. No, faith is a dwelling place. Whether it works or it does not work, you dwell there. The just shall live. I can tell you my tomorrow because I've used my faith to frame it. Nobody can plan my tomorrow for me. Nobody can come and threaten me that you will not see tomorrow. I have already seen myself past 50, past 60, past 70. What can you see? I found myself in a place where I couldn't see anything but sorrow and pain. And God said, lift up your eyes. You have 5 friends before. How many people do you know in this life? How many people are in this world? They are up to 6 million. So forget 5 friends. There are millions of people you have not seen. Billions of people you've not seen. What does that mean? You have lost money before, isn't it? You have lost opportunity before, isn't it? But there are billions of opportunity you've never seen. In that world, nothing finishes. In the word of it, everything is in infinite. That's the realm I want to live. That's the world I want to live. I don't want to live in this world anymore. Are you hearing me? The Bible says this is the victory we have in every battle, even our faith. Faith is your victory. Who told you that this battle you are living now, or this life you are living now, there's going to be one day there will be freedom? Faith is the only thing that gives you that guarantee. This is the victory we have, even our faith. This is the victory. So you can boldly tell somebody that, listen, my life is not going to end like this. And you are not just talking because you are talking by the guarantee of faith. This is the victory you have as a believer, your faith. 1 John 5 from verse 4, it says, for whatever is born of God overcomes the world. Overcome whatever you are going through now. The same thing that make others to kill themselves, to commit suicide and give up on themselves. You can guarantee yourself that I will overcome this also. Say your guarantee is your faith. And faith is also a weapon. Ephesians 6:16. It said above all, taking the shield of faith. Faith is your immune system, is your immune. So when evil is happening around you, to you, you know that you are protected. Meaning any Christian that don't have faith can be easily killed. There are fairy doubts that are coming. People are shooting you arrows back to back. So when there's no faith, your body will be filled with arrows. Above all, taking the shield of faith, which you will be able to quench. You will use it to quench all the fairy doubts of the wicked. Those that concentrate on you to bring you down. Those that concentrate on you speaking evil against you. Do you know that somebody just with their imagination can cause problem for you? People can just looking at you. They didn't say anything. Just imagining negative things about you. Bad things will start happening to you. If God was worried about human imagination, what of you? God that created you saw human imagination and was worried. He even had to call for a council meeting. In Genesis 11, let's read that from verse 1. God was worried about human imagination. That person might not be a witch. It doesn't need to have charm. It doesn't need to go to Sangoma. Just sitting down and looking at you every day like this, saying, where would this man die? It can kill. He said, now the whole earth will add one language and one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another, come, let us make brick. Bake thoroughly. They had brick for stone and they had asphalt for mortar. And they said, come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower whose top is to the heaven. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the whole face of the earth. But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the sons of man have built. God said, these people have already completed it. How? And the Lord said, indeed, the people are one and they all have one language. And this is what they are beginning to do. Nothing they have proposed to do will be withheld from them. He said nothing they have imagined to do. God was worried about imagination. According to God, when he came, they were trying to gather brick. Let us mold. But God said they have built it, they have finished it. Because God knew these people were speaking from the realm of faith. Through imagination, they are connecting that realm. According to God, they have already completed the building. You are looking at them that they are still gathering brick. God said, this city they have built. God came to see the city they are built. God always see finished work. And he said they have finished this work in their imagination. Nothing can stop them. That's what God said. He said nothing can restrain them anymore. So somebody can be sitting you, just looking at you and be saying, when will this person die? When will the business collapse so that he will come and beg me? Many people that are suffering today, is just imagination that puts them there. Not that anybody went to anywhere because of you. Imagination is even stronger than a sangoma. The most powerful sangoma on earth, imagination is stronger than it. You know what one scientist said? He said imagination is powerful than knowledge. And faith, when the Holy Spirit enters you, he used the eyes of your imagination to see. The eyes of faith is imagination.